So, what is the best single handgun caliber for all purposes? You don't have to use it for hunting. And why is it 4570? Welcome back to Bullets and Brass, folks. We are doing one of the slightly more eccentric choices for this series, 4570, because it is available in a wide variety of handguns from basically compact little derringers through gigantic revolvers, Thompson Center contenders. I mean, yeah. So, let's face it. If it's worth shooting, more power is probably not bad. Seems reasonable. It's a 45, but bigger. That was a little exaggeration. Bear with me. Commonality with your rifle. I mean, why have more than one caliber, right? I mean, just saying. If you hand load, you could even go as crazy as Sabo loads, right? A little tiny dart going warp speed with minimal recoil. This could be pretty freaking cool. Just saying, there are uses for this. Seriously though, while we don't generally consider 4570 a handgun round, it is available in a wide variety. There are a couple companies making derringers. There are a number of companies making revolvers. Thompson Center makes a single shot, obviously, contender. It is a viable choice. Now, like most of these choices that are not mainstream, logical, common rounds for self-defense or competition, there's some compromises to be made. Just saying. But if you aren't focused on being Mr. Operator, they're pretty reasonable compromises. You could really make this work. The main criteria that would make this difficult would be the self-defense side and the plinking side. And honestly, I'm not sure what to tell you about the plinking. It's going to be expensive. I'm assuming you hand load. And even then, 4570 bullets are not going to be cheap. And assuming you load anything close to a normal charge, you're going to go through a fair bit of powder. Let's be real. You just are. But, hey, if you could swing that budget and you don't mind the recoil, or you're willing to deal with the complications of hand loading much lighter loads, fillers and wads, and then so on and so on, you could make it work. Now, most self-defense shootings happen at just beyond arm's reach, just beyond the hand-to-hand range, right? That is statistics. I'm not making that up. That is what several studies have shown. It's pretty common that most shootings, most self-defense shootings happen in that just beyond arm's reach because the situation started further out and the person shooting in self-defense waited until the last moment. They waited until they just couldn't wait any longer. They had to shoot. And guess what? Most of them involve either 2 rounds fired or they shot to empty as a single response. Not bang, 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 bang. No, it was boom, 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 and my gun's empty. Which means that 2 rounds statistically is probably enough. Particularly when those 2 rounds are, potentially big enough for brown bears and elk and moose and buffalo and yeah. I mean, 4570 wouldn't be my first choice for buffalo, but it's certainly done its fair share. So yeah, if you can keep your cool, if you can make good use of those 2 shots in the derringer, because I'm assuming you're not concealed carrying or even open carrying a gigantic 4570 revolver in most circumstances for self-defense. I mean, you got 2 rounds that I mean, yeah. I mean, let's look at this. For home defense, a 5-shot revolver, probably more than adequate in 4570. You are most likely going to make this work. Do I still think you should have a long gun? Yeah. But if what you got is a 4570 revolver with 5 rounds, don't miss. Don't start spraying and praying. But if you can't handle 4 or 5 rounds of 45-70 on target, you probably needed a whole platoon. Now, what else? This is not a choice for somebody who is not an experienced shooter or is recoil sensitive. This is definitely in the category of you need to maintain your cool, you need to be good under pressure, you need to be able to make your hits, and you need to be conscious about your hits. You need to be, I'm going to put 1 round on target, reevaluate. Even if I'm doing this very quickly, I'm going to put 1 round on target and reevaluate. Because I might need that second round for another threat. This can't be your default response if you normally go bang, where you did 2, 3, 4 shots on target and then reevaluated. That's not going to work with this. Now, I'm not sure how you would manage that, but I've seen people do crazy things. Some people are just super good at recoil management. I'm just saying. People can do it. I cannot. I'm slow. So, is the 45-70 for you? Would you EDC a 45-70 2-shot revolver? Is your most likely threat 4-legged with giant fangs, claws, and brown fur? Because if it is, 45-70 might be your more appropriate choice. And besides, it's a hell of a lot cooler than 10mm. 10mm has become almost, generic. Be the guy with the 45-70. Start a conversation. Take care, guys. Have fun. Stay safe. Keep shooting.